This is a recent acquisition. I paid $10 for this at the auction. This is a Bissell powerlifter swivel pet. I briefly owned a Bissell Cleanview swivel pet, which I believe is... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, actually, on this. But I believe it's the same machine, just a little bit different aesthetics and a different color scheme, and probably a different price point. But mechanically the same. Swivel, neither were the... This one is not cord rewind, the other one was not. The motor on this one does not sound the healthiest. But all in all, it is far from the worst sounding Bissell I have ever owned. Needs cleaned, obviously, but I just gave it a quick dump the bin and make sure it's not clogged, just so I can run it for a bit to make sure that, obviously if I found the motor was sounding bad, so I can figure out its fate before I go through the effort of cleaning it, polishing it, restoring it, getting a bunch of parts, and then finding out, oh, the motor's, bad, or on its way out, or worn, or dirty. Which in this case, I think it's just a dirty fan, but it's not worth it for me to fix a dirty fan on these. They do not make it easy for you at all to fix the dirty fan. Most I'll do to this is clean the filters, clean the machine itself, and stick a new belt on it. Probably not going to sell it. This one was a $10 fine, the other one was free, but I'll probably still just keep an ear out, and if there's like a church or another food pantry, because that's where the Cleanview ended up. It ended up at a food pantry. I traded them a beautiful old Hoover convertible, a bag Hoover convertible too, not even a upshot bag, for the Cleanview swivel, because they complained that it didn't work and they wanted me to look at it, and I had that thing sitting around. It actually had a brand new belt on it when I got it. I forgot to mention that, but I checked the belt and it was like brand new. The whole machine was like pretty new. But how that ended up was, I told him that I could in fact find the parts for that old Hoover. However, there's not a lot of round belts for Hoovers being made anymore, and there's not a lot of A-bags being made anymore, because all those machines have started to go extinct, even in the commercial space. Hoover still sells the Guardsman, but I don't think that will be for very long, if it hasn't already happened. So I told him, I can fix it, and, I don't know how much longer parts are going to be available, or I've got this vacuum that's a lot newer, a lot lighter. In all honesty, on their short commercial pile carpet, it will probably, it does perform better. It doesn't chatter around because of the beater bar and the stiff bristles. The soft bristles actually do great for the commercial carpet. They just kind of, conform to it better and just kind of sweep it like a broom. It's newer, lighter. I thought it would perform better than it did, and it's got the swivel. So, I made the trade, and I volunteer there, so I keep an eye on it. And it worked, been working great for them. They are more than happy with it, and and the place has been being kept cleaner because they actually have a working vacuum, which is good because you don't want it to get too dirty, because then you get stuff to attract mice more than there already is. Anyways, enough artistic rambling. I'm going to fire this thing up. I'm going to run it for a little bit, and you can hear just how the motor sounds. I believe it's got plenty of life left in it. Obviously, being used in a commercial environment would kill it off pretty quick, but most places I think it can last a little longer. I also just noticed the cord kind of comes out a little close to the power switch, so that's kind of oversight, but yeah. Anyways. And both this thing and the clean view, before I fully got the filters washed out and everything just being unclogged and operational, the suction on these things is surprising for how cheap of a machine it is. It's like this carpet is not that great. It's the cheapest stuff Menards had. But yeah, this thing suctions right down to the carpet, and it's actually a little hard to push. But, yeah. Anyways, that concludes this video. I will see you guys in the next one. And I think the next one is going to be a lot cooler. So, see you guys in the next video.